Hey guys, welcome back. It was a great day to kind of kick off today's market as we looked at the session and was doing exceedingly well. And there was a couple cryptos that I was targeting to make moves in, but I want to talk to you all about Hbar in this video. So if you are new to the channel, make sure you smash that like button. Please subscribe right down below. We don't really have any breaking news headlines. This will be simply chart analysis, as I do want to go over the price of the Hbar chart and what exactly we're presented with right now, because this is something where we are seeing some swings, and I do think it's worth talking about. So let's hit it. Let's talk some Hbar. And as always, guys, please remember, not financial advice. Make sure you all like, comment, and subscribe down below. And let's get it going. Okay, so as we get into it deeper, I do want to talk about what we're running on the channel. I am affiliated with BITUNIX. If you want to start trading on this platform, make sure it's right for you where you're located. But you can earn a 25% deposit bonus to your futures account if you are a futures trader. Okay, spot traders are also welcome. And for the first 30 users through September 11th who do sign up and make their first trade, you'll get a bonus additional 10 USDT in your futures account. Okay, so let's take a dive into kind of what we're seeing here on the bubbles. And this was a day, like I said, we kicked it off into the green. One crypto in specific that was doing exceedingly well was Kronos, and Crypto.com still up on the day despite all of the other cryptos slightly into the red. But this is where we're looking at a very strong move, as it has had a 126% gain on the week. Potentially looking to short that, not a fade on Kronos, but just a little too hot for me and my liking. So I'm looking into that avenue. But as we relate this to Hbar, okay, let's talk about Hedera, down 0.7%. Like I said, guys, it's not earth shattering. It's just flat. But at 23 cents, we are still hovering around that 25 cents level. And this is where we have to talk about kind of what we have going on in the trading view, okay? So you can basically see these are 4-hour candles, and I'm not telling you guys to buy or sell crypto. You do get some access to my premium indicator where we'll say momentum up, momentum down. They're not buy signals, just kind of gauging momentum in the market, but simply put, it does work. And right now we are flashing momentum down, basically stemming from the August 25th date. So 3 days prior to this video is where you're going to find Hbar on a little bit of a downtrend. And we have been kind of having this momentum since we did wick up as high as 30 and some change. And then from there, we have been on a little bit of a steady downslope as we do look at it. But as I have this blue line drawn right here, this is my support level for Hbar, as the 23 cents has held true. Okay. Now, this is something where we talk about the sharp swings that we've had. But overall, if we zoom out a little bit and we kind of look at it from a daily perspective, this is all basically consolidation, okay? And I am going to show you what I'm talking about as we look at the daily chart and we look at these candles, okay? And this is going to be something where it looks a little bit more smoother as you look at these daily candles, and that's kind of what we want to see, right? We had a nice upswing on July 7th. We broke out, and like I said, we wicked as high as 30 cents. But from there, guys, it's basically been 10 days of straight consolidation within that zone that I have drawn on your screen. But I want to zoom in and talk about kind of what we're seeing here because I do think it's relevant in today's session. And this is kind of where we're going to look into the decline that we have seen coinciding with a surge in volume. Now, as we've seen the volume kind of influx, making waves in the price analysis, this is something where a rebound kind of is what we will look to have happen, right? As we did retreat back to 23.7. We saw that a little bit earlier in the week. That's something where it's a great example of how capitulation-driven selling can allow for some opportunities to accumulate. Now, we haven't got really any more momentum since that. Now, this was basically looking back over the last day or two, and I will kind of lend this to the 26th of August, where we can see that did close on a red candle. We have not closed a green daily candle since the July 27th date, okay? But as we talk about it, this is where we want to see in the short term with the institutional flows that we're looking at, a lot of whales flowing in. I think this is kind of a make or break moment for crypto, okay? And that's kind of what you get after periods of consolidation. We have the Federal Reserve, the interest rate decision coming up in September, and all bets are on that we will see a little bit of a rate cut, which is what we want to see. But the next move and whether or not Hbar can break beyond what we've seen here and break through 25 cents, I think that the resistance that we're looking at lends to the conversation that we would see a move back up to the 28 cents level if we did break out. And then from there, guys, very stiff resistance at around 30 cents. So if you are an Hbar trader, there's nothing really to do here. For Hbar, in my opinion. It's more so just the same buy and hold approach that we've had since we've been buying Hbar at 4, 5, and 6 cents. And I think that right now, this is kind of where we're just range bound and in this accumulation phase due to the volume that we're seeing. But the only thing that does give me some caution is, yes, the institutions are moving. Yes, we do have a bullish catalyst in September. If we do get a rate cut, a lot of people are indicating 25 basis points. But I think that the consistency that we have tested that 23 cents support and have bounced up. We did it basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, as we are looking to do it once again right here. I think this is kind of where we lend towards the conversation, where September could be kind of a make or break month for the likes of HBAR. Okay, so it's not going to be something where I'm saying HBAR is going to $1 in September, but I do think that if we continue to hold 23 cents, we're going to keep consolidating until it's time for that breakout when the market's ripe. And if anything does prove to be true, historically, Q4 of any year has been repeatedly good for crypto. July, August, what we've had success with, like we date back to what we saw back in July 25th. This was something where it was firmly and really unprecedented and unwarranted, actually, if you want to kind of put that tag on it. But right now, as we look at the moving averages crossing over one another right here, this is kind of setting the stage where from a 23 cents level, would not shock me whatsoever if HBAR did see a nice little kick up to the 28 cents level. If we did wick up to there, I think we would be met with some very stiff resistance as we try to get back to 30 cents once again. So that's just kind of my thoughts on the charts today. That's kind of what I'm doing. If we do get some indication, probably will be maybe looking into potentially opening up a trade looking for 30 cents HBAR. But as we've seen, essentially dating back the last couple weeks, this has been something where we do get nice little periods of upswings, but then we're met with some resistance and some red candles. So we're still not there. I think it's just something where we're waiting, we're hanging out, we're testing, feeling the markets. But hopefully September can give us some tailwinds within Jerome Powell's conversation. And from there, guys, we'll look for a nice close to Q4 of 2025. So that's what I got. Appreciate you all. As always, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe down below before exiting this video. Remember to sign up with BITUNIX if you have not already done so. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you guys all in the next video. Cheers.